185. Re your accident 1625. Which end of Cavendish Road, you?
Forget it, we're here.
Sierra Oscar, on the scene. Over and out.
Excuse me, please. You all right? Anybody hurt?
A couple of kids with the cuts and bruises, nothing serious.
Oh, yeah?
I told them to stay on the coach.
I'll sort this out.
Yeah, right. Anybody caught with an ambulance?
Yes, I phoned a few minutes ago.
Oh, good. Where's the driver?
He's going to make a phone call. He shouldn't be long.
Great, that is really great.
I expect that's still the same one. Ambulance is coming, eh?
Mind yourself, lads.
Do you honestly believe in this night beast of Sunhill stuff?
A police spokesman says so. And we all know who that was, don't we, Sarge?
I was misquoted. Anyway, you can't dismiss the fact there's been a rush of mutilated moggies all over the ground.
Yes, but has anyone actually seen it?
Yeah, the woman who couldn't sleep.
It's just a glimpse. It might have been an Irish wolfhound or a Great Dane taking the night air. Woman was probably legless, if the truth be known. I think it's a load of rubbish, if you ask me.
Next dead cat's your stamp.
That'll be okay, love.
Where are you from? Way.
Yeah. What's the telephone number there?
I know the extension, 748.
Yeah.
Officer, I'm the driver.
Oh. We seek him here, we seek him there.
Yeah, I had to ring the office. I was trying to get another coach down here to take the kids on to school.
What's your name?
Raymond Parks.
Well, what happened here, Mr. Parks?
Brakes failed.
Brakes failed? You haven't been drinking, have you?
No, it's nothing. The lady in the house over there where I made the call, she gave me a quick drink to calm my nerves.
Quick drink?
Brandy, I think.
By the smell of your breath, mate, it must have been the old bottle. Come here. Here, lads, have a look at him for us, would you? Then I want to talk to you, OK?
Very nice. Mrs. Andrews. Detective Constable Dashwood, Sunhill Police. This is one of our scene of crime officers.
Yes, it's through the back. It's in here.
Karen, if you want to do your thing, I'll have a word with Mrs. Andrews.
Please, come in.
Right.
Tea or coffee?
Oh, coffee, if it's no trouble.
Water's hot.
The press seem to have got hold of this pretty quick, Mrs. Andrews.
Mug all right?
Yeah, sure, fine.
It's the chap next door. He works on the Courier.
Oh, right.
You didn't see it, though.
But you did.
Milk?
Please.
Not to say I witnessed it. Not actually, specifically.
Thanks.
Do you want to come through?
Yeah, why not? It would have been an Irish wolfhound or a Great Dane, according to a resident.
Oh, I didn't actually say that. That's Ron, next door. What I said was, there was this commotion and crashing. I looked through the bedroom window and saw this commotion.
Thanks. What was causing it?
An animal, I know that. I caught it from the street light, a flash of a body.
But you could tell it was a dog. Setting aside what your neighbour said, you could tell it was that. No?
He was all so quick. Such a hurly-burly.
A commotion. This was after midnight.
12:10.
Who else was in the house, Mrs. Andrews?
Oh, my husband. He was asleep. He didn't hear anything. Not the noise he makes.
You said flash of a body.
Yes.
Subliminal?
Yes, subliminal, that's it.
What colour?
Darkish.
Dark what?
Just darkish.
Darkish. OK, all right. Size? Well, biggish, like, say, a Great Dane, or was it something smaller, like a Rottweiler?
Seemed longer somehow.
It couldn't have been human, could it? Oh, look, thanks for the coffee. I'm just going to go and have a word with my colleague.
I'm sorry, I haven't been able to tell you very much.
Don't worry.
Finished here?
Anything? Oh, thanks very much.
The sweepings from the shed may give us something. But, come over here. It looks like paw marks.
Well, that? Some dog.
Well, they're pads spread. And if it was turning and leaping. But look at the deep claw marks.
Could this have been fabricated?
No, I doubt it. It's just too natural. Whatever it was, I wouldn't fancy meeting it on a dark night.
Well, the driver reckons his brakes failed. I want the vehicle examined before it's moved.
We've got to do something with these kids, Reg.
Yeah, I'm onto it. Narika's coming down with a van.
Got no coach?
No, there's no other transport available for an hour. Right, now then, Mr. Parks.
Yeah, I suppose I better get onto the company and find out what they want to do about the coach.
I'm having the vehicle examined by our people before it's moved.
Is that necessary?
Yes. Do you know what this is? Right. I want you to take a deep breath and blow out in
What
one...
for? I told you I had a quick drink to calm my nerves.
So you said.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Are you refusing?
No, no.
Right. I want you to take a deep breath and blow out continuously until I tell you to stop. Stop. That drink must have been some proof, Mr. Parks. Am I over?
Everybody out! Now, you hand these out. Right, you can put your names and addresses on the paper, and if you know your telephone number, all the better. You got that? All right. All right. Look, take it in turns to borrow mine. All right, you're in charge. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, well, the sergeant's going to come in, Mr. Parks, and see what he makes of it all.
Yes, Hollis, what we got?
It's a drunk in charge.
What, at this time of day?
Yeah, it's a school bus, Sarge. 20-odd kids at last count. Massive Data ain't murdered a couple of them.
Have you got a solicitor?
No.
Do you want one present?
No.
OK, suit yourself.
Come on, let's have
Is there anywhere in this place that can have me breakfast in peace? Come on, lads, move it, will you? Cheers. All right. Thanks. Best of British, they're all yours, eh? Thank you very much.
The majority are uninjured, Headmistress. A few have got slight cuts and bruises, that's all. It's really a matter of informing the parents without delay.
Let's face it, having a quick glass of brandy a couple of minutes before you're breathalyzed is not going to put you over the top by this amount, is it?
I'm telling you the truth. That's all I had to drink.
You'll get laughed out of court.
It's the truth.
Let's have a look at it from a different angle, shall we? Are you taking medication of any sort?
I had a couple of aspirin, that's all.
What for?
Headache.
Yeah, you're going to get a headache, all right.
Mr. Parks, all I'd like to know is, because believe me, I am completely mystified. Is how someone can be drunk in charge of a coachload of school kids at 9:15 on a Monday morning.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hollis, what are you doing in there?
What, just conducting...
And what are all these kids doing running wild in the canteen?
Well, we're just trying to arrange for their parents to come pick them up,
And
so just...
why have you left them unattended?
Well, Data is looking after them, or she was.
Well, she isn't, is she?
It's typical.
Hollis, do something about it. It's not fair on the other officers coming in for their breakfast. Look, arrange to have them taken around the neck or something. Use your initiative, but keep them quiet and keep them under control. Do you understand?
Son.
Oi, you! I resent going into a police canteen and finding it swamped with screaming kids. It's ridiculous. What's this place coming to?
Thought it'd be home from home for you, Tosh?
Mike, that's why I come here, to get away from it. I can't even get to the breakfast table at home without being up to my ankles in Rice Krispies. Oh, shut up. Yeah, hello, CID. Yes, he is. Just hang on a second. Yeah. Michael, it's for you. The zoo. Home from home.
Cheers. Hello, Dashwood.
Hey, just wait a minute. Oh.
Yes, Mr. Craig. Thanks for calling me back. Look, it's a bit of an odd question, but have you had any animals gone missing? Big cat family or wolf, that sort of thing. Oh, well, it was a bit of a long shot.
Whoa.
Yes, that'd be very helpful. Half an hour would be fine. Yeah, see you, bye.
Not the dreaded night beast of Sun Hill again, eh?
Jealousy is a very unlovely trait, Tosh.
I'm talking about, in all probability, the last time you went to the pub and had an alcoholic drink of some sort. Now, that is not a difficult question, is it?
All right. All right. I went to a party last night at my girlfriend's flat.
Now we're getting somewhere.
It didn't finish till 7 o'clock this morning. I didn't think I was over the top, or I never would have got in and driven the motor.
You could have killed those kids.
I wasn't drunk. What happened was an accident.
I think you should have a solicitor here to represent you, Mr. Parks. I suggest this interview be suspended for the time being.
The only escape we ever had was a boa constrictor. And that was from one of our vans. Otherwise, not one absentee since the zoo was founded.
Is it possible to have a mystery animal wandering around like this, Mr. Craik?
Some rare species that are believed extinct somehow survive in small colonies, usually in remote parts of the country. Good examples of Scottish wildcat.
If it was desperate for food, would it, say, have ventured into town, like foxes do?
Yes.
Presumably then into people's gardens?
Perfectly possible.
Problem is, this thing isn't a wildcat. You know that, do you? Its paw prints are the size of my hand. Huge claws.
Couldn't possibly be a practical joke, could it?
Our scenes of crime officer doesn't think so. If it is, we've got a joker who thinks it's fun to dismember live cats.
That's the CAD room. CAD standing for Computer Aided Dispatch. Very good. Right. Excuse me. Follow me. That's the CAD room. Computer Aided.
Nursery. Oh, excuse me, kids. Thank you.
That is a CID officer, and you don't see many of those about unless you happen to be in the pub next door. Out of it. And you. Come on. Now, this is where we keep all the information on local criminals. Yeah, I used to run all that myself at one time. Now then.
Okay, Kevin Williams.
Yeah.
Your mum's come to collect you.
Okay. Yeah, sure. See you, Kev. No, we don't go in there. It's verboten. Skull and crossbones, eh? OK, right. Now, who wants to have their fingerprints taken?
Yeah.
Right. One at a time, this way. Stick together. Oh, sorry. Hello, son.
Pull that change on you. Push.
Right, come on, Ellison.
What are you doing in here? Supposed to be with the other kids. What's your name?
Wayne. That's my dad.
Is that so? Now, what you mean is that it looks something like your dad.
No, that's my dad.
No, it's not a true photograph of someone. It's a likeness. You know what I mean? It's not real.
No, that's my dad.
Yeah, it probably looks like 1,000 other kids' dads. Come on, let's get you back before you miss. Come on.
Non è possibile. Dammi l'altra mano.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, ma
Sorry about
così.
the hands. I'm afraid fingerprint ink is rather messy.
It's obviously kept them all very amused.
Yeah, it's difficult to know what to do with such large numbers of them. Unfortunately, we don't have the facilities.
I'm just glad none of them were badly hurt.
Yeah, so am I.
Thank you for looking after him.
No problem.
Andiamo, caro. Papa è fuori nella macchina.
What's your name? Gino.
Lorica, is that those kids?
The little terrors, you mean?
I've got one called Wayne.
Two, actually.
Black hair, could be continental.
That must be Rossetti, Wayne Rossetti.
Yeah, yeah. You got an address?
Yeah, I should have. There you go.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Can I hang on to this one?
Be my guest, Sarge.
Good. Lorica. Chops.
Your night beast on the rampage again, Sarge.
Knock it off, Stamp.
You're line 3, Sarge.
Sergeant Peters here. How can I help you? Are you sure it wasn't a hoax? I see you looked up the act. Yeah, and what did he say? Yeah, well, yeah, thanks for marking our card. Yeah, bye. Mike, you got a minute?
So no one's put up the name Rossetti as a suspect? No. Just something that happened today, and the fact that it says here on the poster, Italian features. So I thought maybe I'd give it a try. Yeah, all right, thanks for your help. What I'll do is I'll give the local Nick a ring, and then I'll try SO11. Yeah, thanks for your help again. Bye-bye.
Section 7 of the Act of 1976, amended by the 1984 Act. Failing to have a licence and authorisation to have in one's possession an animal prescribed by law.
And he wanted to know the penalty?
Apparently.
So why the sus?
Didn't want to leave his name and address.
But he did.
No, he didn't. A woman there knows him by sight. It's 6 Fairview Gardens.
I'll check that on the Register of Electors.
Done it. Graham Tombs. Worth a follow-up.
Great. Thanks, Sarge.
Hello, Bobby. Welcome to the madhouse.
You believe in fate?
I'm serious.
Fate that someone should have their collar felt?
So talk to me.
I know who he is. And his address. And who his 2 accomplices are.
Nice tickle.
But there's a problem.
Which is?
I've got to protect the informant.
Oh, come off it, Bob.
I'm serious.
Look, why don't you let me be the judge of that? I mean, that's what I'm paid for.
No, the way I feel, if I can't protect the informant, I'd rather they went free.
Now, you know better than that, Bob. Can't be done. Well, hang on a minute.
Look, Frank, I mean it. This is one of those jobs that's got to be handled with delicacy.
All right. I'll give you my word. Can I borrow that? Will I make a phone call?
Mr. Toombs?
Yes?
Detective Constable Dashwood, Sun Hill Police.
Oh, yes.
There's 1 or 2 questions I'd like to ask you, sir.
What about?
I understand you have a particular interest in animals.
So I do. Well, you better come inside then.
Thanks.
Time for a can of beer first?
Well...
It's low alcohol.
Yeah, go on then.
Been a nice day and all that. Come on in. Yes, it's come on quite a lot, this low alcohol stuff.
Yeah, so I hear.
I was never one for strong drink myself, though I have developed quite a liking for this.
Wish more people would. It would make for quieter Saturday nights.
Yeah, good health.
Cheers. Mr. Toombs, the animal that I'm interested in is,
Sam.
Sorry, Sam?
Yes, Sam. He's a panther.
Yeah, well, that would explain it.
Yes, Pantherus pardus. A friend brought him back from the Far East as a cub. He couldn't look after him, so he was going to have him destroyed.
Well, why didn't you give him to a zoo?
Well, they need particulars. And Richard, well, he works for a cruise line.
No import licence, no quarantine, I get it.
Yes.
It's a very serious offence, Mr. Toombs.
Well, that's why Richard was going to get rid of him. And by the time I had him, well, he would have been out of quarantine.
You must have known how big he was going to get.
Yes.
And the trouble that he'd cause.
But he only got out the once. And recently, I did my best to keep him in.
The local papers have been full of this. The night beast of Sun Hill.
I don't want to think about all that. I knew I'd have to part with him one day, but I kept putting it off.
What about the people that have lost pets they loved?
Yes, it's a hopeless situation.
What would have happened if Sam had come across somebody's child?
It's unlikely at that time of night.
And we wouldn't be sitting here chatting about it over a can of low-alcohol beer, would we, Mr. Toombs?
Oh, suppose not.
You suppose right. Right. Let's go and see this Sam of yours, shall we?
Well, you better come this way.
Yeah.
That old lock on the back door, that's what caused all the trouble.
Lucky to get him back at all.
He loves me. He trusts me.
He's a dangerous animal, Mr. Toombs.
I know, but I couldn't bear to be without him.
Well, you're just going to have to get used to it, aren't you?
Yeah, I see that.
How the hell no one ever linked Rossetti with those identical pictures, I don't know.
Easily done.
Yeah. Well, for the kid's sake, hope Cryer gets his timing right.
He will.
He'll be detained pending transfer to Stafford Road Police Station for further inquiries.
Burnside from Cryer receiving.
Receiving. Go ahead, Bob.
First two in.
Good. Out.
Jackman. Right, lads, in you go. Seems a shame to bust up a happy family.
They'll live with it. It's like paying income tax to that sort.
Not for the kid, though.
Yeah. Hard life, innit? Still, part of his education, Brian.
You obviously haven't got any kids of your own, Frank.
Well, none that I know about, anyway.
Out you. This nice officer will take you where you need to go. And with care, Tom. Go well.
Didn't have to go through this charade, you know.
What charade?
That staged confrontation with those two guys. They didn't set me up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I might be a villain, but I always taught my kid to tell the truth, whatever. He told me about the wanted poster. And, the nice sergeant. I've been waiting for you to pick me up since yesterday afternoon.